bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Glad you could join us. Greg Conlon is with us right now, former head of the PUC, also the Transportation Committee for California, is now a candidate for Congress, the 12th Congressional District. Nice to see you, Greg. You've got an extensive background, being a pilot, being an Air Force captain, so forth, flying those big planes and so forth. What has really motivated you? I know there's a couple issues on your plate. One, Iraq, for one thing. Other things, budget in California. Give us a little background on how you felt and that you should make this decision to run for Congress.
Well, I think it was an unique opportunity because it's an open seat. You know, around here there's not many open seats. Lantos passing really created an open seat where you're not running against an incumbent. Even though the district is 2-1 Democrats, you know, I felt that there was a chance to at least make a good representation for a Republican.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, historically we have not done well in this district because we haven't had a respectable candidate. So the party wanted me to run, so I agreed to do it. And I'm going to do the best I can and see if we can challenge Jackie. If we don't beat her, at least we'll have a respectable challenge.
Okay. What would be on your agenda if you did get elected to this office?
Well, I think the main thing would be leaving Iraq with honor instead of haste. I mean, everybody wants to get out. I know not all my Democratic opponents, but most of them want to leave instantly.
But is that a Democratic and Republican thing? This confuses me.
Oh yeah, I think it is, because the Democrats want to cut. They want to cut and run. They just think it's foolish to be there, and therefore that's their issue. And I'm saying, hey, we've got too much at stake there. If we cut and run and leave that area to Iran to, if not take over, but at least permanently take the mental processes of Iraq, that they could shut down our oil supply in the Middle East, and that would be an economic disaster. I mean, a price of gasoline in California would go to $6.
Well, John McCain seems to be a Republican a semi-Republican who seems to be interested in keeping troops there for a long, long time. Are you at that venue?
Well,
do you feel that way too?
I want to commit to go there myself and figure out, you know, how soon we can leave with honor. And, you know, we're already out of half the provinces. There's 18 provinces in Iraq, right, and we're already out of half of them. So I want to figure out, why can't we get out at least 5 or 6 more? I know Baghdad's the main concern, but I just feel that with the new equipment that they're using there, the death rates should be down to almost 0. So it will be no different than the troops in Germany or France or Korea.
We've been in Korea
right.
for how many years? We've been in
Yeah,
Korea?
as long as there's no deaths, I don't think people care how long we stay, as long as we're protecting a vital interest, and that's the oil. Because we get 20% of every gasoline tank we fill comes from the Middle East. And if that should dry up, gasoline prices will go up 20%.
Okay, are you in favor of more exploratory drilling, for example, up in Alaska and places like that?
Well, you know, I think it depends what our choices are. If the difference is between drilling in those places and blackouts, then I would drill. Because I think at some point in time, we're going to have to face up to the reality that we don't have enough oil to fuel our economy. And when we get to a point where that's our choice, where we're either going to shut down our generating plants or we're going to drill, then I would drill.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Other issues that you're concerned about?
Well, balancing the budget without increasing taxes. I'm a CPA by background, so I understand the numbers. And I just think that the only way we're really going to be able to do that is to look at Social Security and look at Medicare.
What happened to the Republicans this time? And you know, we're going to balance the budget, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You're smiling. Greg, you're smiling about it. Haven't they become outspending the Democrats?
Well, they did a poor job. I won't say they did a bad job. They did a poor job of controlling the budget. But I think you need to put in perspective the Iraq War, because if I had $251 bills stacked up here, and I pulled them one out of the bottom, that's Iraq in all its costs. I mean, it's 1/250th of the budget, so it's not a big cost.
We have to say goodbye right now. Okay, let me mention that Greg Conlon is the candidate for the 12th District of Congress. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.